Hey guys, and welcome back. If you can't tell, I still feel pretty crappy, but for today's video in particular, that's kind of a blessing in disguise, and I will explain why in just a second. I just wanted to say, if you haven't watched the last video, which was like a holiday glam tutorial narrated by my husband, you absolutely need to go check that out. I cannot tell you how many times I just died crying, laughing at how hilarious he is, and he doesn't even try to be funny. He actually did that video entirely in one take. So I left him for like 10 minutes with my mic and the video running. I came back in and he was already playing his game on the computer again. So that's him in a nutshell, folks. I hope you enjoy it. It certainly makes me happy when I'm feeling sad to watch how hilarious he is, and I hope you guys get the same joy from it. So, on to today's video. I am super excited to share a bunch of new arrivals at Ulta. Now, I don't normally order a bunch from Ulta, just because I can usually just go to the store here. It's like maybe 10 minutes away, so it's not a big deal, but everything I checked they didn't have in the store. So I ordered a bunch of new holiday arrivals online, and what actually got me to purchase any of this in the first place was Maybelline came out with a new SuperStay foundation. Now, the reason that I said that this was actually a blessing in disguise for this video is because when I get sick, like right now, I just have like the worst raging cold ever. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this video without blowing my nose or sneezing or coughing or, all that gross stuff. And my skin changes drastically when I'm sick. So I have really oily skin to begin with. But when I get sick, my T-zone somehow gets even more oily, except for my nose. My nose gets so dry and flaky, and it's so painful. I hate it. But I have really crazy combo skin when I get sick. So if these items that I got today can work on this crazy face, I know that they are going to work wonders on my normal skin. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and just get into this Ulta box. First things first, we're going to prime our skin, and I picked up the new L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Longwear Mattifying Primer. And it says, smooths and refines canvas. I appreciate that my skin is a canvas. Thank you. Mattifying primer stops shine and blurs imperfections for a matte finish. And that is literally all it says. I wish I could tell you if it smelled like anything, but I can't smell, so it doesn't matter. Now, you guys know that I love my Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator, so this is going to be kind of hard to beat. But definitely want to give this a try. The L'Oreal one, obviously, is going to be a ton more affordable than the Ole Henriksen one. So if this works out, I'm going to be saving some big bucks. Now, I do like the way that it went on, and immediately my skin looks super matte. It goes on really smooth, and it didn't cling to any of the super dry patches on my nose, so that's a huge plus. It doesn't feel tacky, which is something I normally really like in a primer, but it does look really nice. So we're just going to give it a shot. Now, this is what I was most excited for. This is the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Foundation, up to 24 hours. And I didn't actually get the lightest shade. I got the second lightest shade because something about the lightest one online just made me think of that Jouer full coverage foundation where I was like, yeah, this is my shade. And I was pretty much white as a ghost. So we got the second lightest one, so we're going to give it a try. So super nice. Comes with a pump, which I always appreciate. And I did get a new EcoTools sponge set, but I'm not going to try that today. I'm actually just going to use my old sponge since I am sick. Once I'm feeling better, I'm just going to toss this sponge out and start using these new ones. So I'll let you know how those are later down in the comments below. But for now, we're just going to go with the trusty old EcoTool sponge and have at it. So now that it's on my entire face, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's not clinging to any of the dry patches on my nose, which right now they're pretty intense. So that's great. It's slightly tacky, so I might want to give it a second to sit before I actually set everything. But one thing that I feel like doesn't come off very well on camera here is that my neck and my chest are quite a bit lighter than like the rest of my face, because this is my true color right here, not my face. And this actually matches my neck almost exactly. I think it's going to oxidize a little bit. It's kind of giving me that feeling of like settling and just darkening slightly, but it's super matte. It is full coverage. I used 2 pumps, like 1 and 2. Did wonderful. I'm very, very impressed. Now, I didn't pick up any setting powders or blushes or bronzers, so I went ahead and quickly did my face with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder, and I also used the Femme Rosa, the Karrueche and Colourpop collab, the She palette, for my blush and bronzer. But I'm really excited to try this new highlighter from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Shimmerista Illuminate Highlight Strobe Powder. Now this came in 2 shades. I picked up the one that kind of has like these bluish purpley shimmery tones, but there's also one, if you have more like yellow tone complexion, they have a really beautiful looking gold one. So I'm guessing that this is just a loose powder. So we gotta find the right brush for this. Okay, I just tapped like a teeny tiny amount into the cap, and I've honestly never used a loose powder before to highlight, so we're just gonna, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I might have gone a little too hard, but I think I did. That's okay. I need some highlight in my life right now. Maybe it'll make me feel better. Regardless of whether you are warm-toned or cool-toned, I would totally recommend picking up one of these. This is seriously like the most ethereal glow ever that I've ever had on my face. I normally don't like really intense highlights like on the tip of my nose, but I'm digging this one. I highlighted my Cupid's bow, and I just have like literally, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but the most intense like purple, blue, shimmery streak. Oh, I love it. So we don't have to wait till the end because I think this one's already a win. Ulta also had a deal on one of their brands. I've never heard of it or seen it before, but I probably honestly just missed it. I never, I didn't search for it. It's called Sweet and Shimmer, and some of their products were 5 for $5. So I went ahead and decided to give it a try. This is their eyebrow pencil. It's called Brow Duo, and it's a highlight on one end and a color on the other. This is actually good timing because I just ran out of my NYX micro brow pencil, and honestly I just felt too crappy to go get another one, and the only backup one I have is like that baby poop brown shade. Ugh, I'm not even going to try using that one. I don't even know what shade this is. I don't know. I think it came in like 2 or 3, so it's not like a ton of shades for you to choose from, but I think this was the lightest shade. It's really nice and it's kind of waxy, so it's holding everything like exactly where I want it, and just very light strokes deposit so much pigment. So if you are on the warm side in terms of like the brow shades that you like, I would give this a try, honestly, because for $1, this is kind of blowing my mind. And I honestly didn't have very high very high expectations. So I think I went a little overboard with the eyes because I picked up quite a few things. So this was another one of those $5 ones. This is a Sweet and Shimmer eyeshadow palette. I think that's the flavor eyeshadow palette. But it's 4 shades. 3 of them look really shimmery and one of them looks matte. It looks like the black shade. And then I got 2 kits from Maybelline. So the Total Temptation Shadow and Highlight palette. And I think there's only one of these. So this is just the Total Temptation palette. And this is the Maybelline New York City Kits Pink Edge Eye and Cheek palette. Oh, whoops. So I did get something for cheeks. Oops. I think I'll go with the Total Temptation palette though, because this one actually had a couple reviews on the Ulta website while I was purchasing it. So I think we're just going to go ahead and try this one out. I want to see what the hype is about. So immediately, like right off the bat, I honestly already really like this without trying it out, just because there's a nice mix of warm tones, cool tones, mattes, shimmers. This is really, I think it's going to be great for most skin tones. So let's go ahead and go in with a couple of matte shades first. And let's try, I guess, this kind of dusty rose up here in the corner. Let's just do this like all over the lid and up into the crease. Next, I'm going to take this other matte shade down here, this kind of darker mauve one, and just run this one in the crease. I'm going to go ahead and go for it and try this black shade here and just do this in like the outer corner, outer V. Ooh, this has a lot of fallout. Oh, that's not good. Despite that initial kind of fallout debacle, it didn't really leave any marks behind, so I just kind of dusted it away real quick and it still looks okay. So I think all I'm gonna do now, honestly, is just take maybe this one here and run my finger in it and just do this on the like inner half of my eye and kind of blend it into that darker corner. And let's run a little bit of this highlight shade here just in the inner corners. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of that black shade on a flat brush, kind of blow off the excess there, and just go right under my lash line on the lower lid. And then we'll smudge it out a little bit. compared to other Maybelline palettes I've tried, and I've mentioned in previous videos, you know, I'm really not a huge fan. This is amazing. This is probably the best one I've ever tried, and the black shade did have some fallout, but it wasn't anything that like ruined my face, which was nice considering it was like a bright black shade. And I am definitely gonna reach for this again. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'm just so surprised because I normally just don't really like them, but this was great. So next up is the Total Temptation Mascara in Blackest Black. This, first of all, let me tell you, this packaging, I love the way it feels. It's like a very nice, soft, matte packaging, and if you've seen like the Kim Kardashian, like the contour stuff that's come out in some of the Fenty beauty stuff, this feels and looks just like that. So this feels very luxurious. And this is supposed to give you full, fluffy lashes. And it's so addictive. That's what it says. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this. I didn't get any eyeliner, so we're just going to skip right to the mascara. This is just one coat of mascara, and I'm pretty impressed with this. So the tube kind of sort of tapers down right here, which gives you a really great grip on the wand. And the shape of the wand lets you get into your lashes really well and lets you get down to the base. So I feel like this looks really nice. Like I actually tightlined and I didn't. So definitely going to keep playing with this. It does have a scent though, and I can't place it because I can't smell very well. But it kind of smells like baby powdery, kind of like grandma. I don't know. Now I did actually pick up a bunch of lip products, but I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to try this Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink in the shade Huntress. This is one of their new shades, and this is like a grayish purple. And I did kind of do grayish purple on my lids, and I'm just really curious to see how this actually looks, especially on my skin tone because I'm so fair. Sometimes these really cool, like trendy shades look like complete crap on me. So as much as I want to try the other stuff, I think this one, I just gotta go for it, guys. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I did use that SuperStay Matte Ink in Huntress, but while it was drying, I took a small brush and used some of that L'Oreal Shimmerista powder on top of it. I'm in love. I love the way it looks. It is not an everyday look, for sure, but I think it turned out awesome. And honestly, I'm not used to having so many items that I try out actually be good. Unfortunately, I didn't make it through the video without blowing my nose. I was trying so hard. But it kind of speaks well for the foundation because it did break apart just a little bit, like right in between my nostrils. But even my double wear can't survive me blowing my nose when I'm sick. So I'm going to do some more testing with this too and kind of maybe wear this throughout the week and see how I like it. But right now, I'm super impressed. Almost everything was a win. I can't believe it. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. And don't forget, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button down below and give them a big thumbs up. I hope you guys are having an awesome week. I hope you don't feel as crappy as I do. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.